Welcome to RMU Live. Today is Friday, April 4th. I'm Isabella Harris.
And I'm Brett McGulick. The nation and the globe have been affected recently by the Trump administration's tariff decisions. Let's dive into the news. China is vowing a fierce response after President Donald Trump imposed a 54% tariffs on all Chinese imports Wednesday, intensifying a trade war between the world's top economies. Beijing's Ministry of Commerce slammed it as a, quote, typical and lateral bullying practice, end quote, and pledged resolutely take countermeasures to protect U.S. interests. Trump took to social media, Truth Social, saying, quote, too many investors coming to the United States and investing massive amounts of money. My policies will never change. This is a great time to get rich, richer than ever, end quote. In defense of the 34% increase atop existing 20% duties to reset trade relations, the shockwave extends beyond China, with Vietnam facing 46% and Cambodia facing 49% tariffs. Through supply chains into chaos, businesses are reeling, with one expert saying, quote, all the cards have gone flying, end quote.
The stock market has fallen by 1,679 points on Thursday, making it the largest single-day drop since 2020. This comes after President Donald Trump announced his latest plan for tariffs, sparking fears of a global trade war. Trump made an announcement on the South Lawn explaining, quote, the markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom, end quote. He then went on to explain how the rest of the world has taken advantage of us for many years and he won't stand for it anymore. The president specified that aside from reciprocal tariffs, his administration will establish a minimum baseline tariff of 10%.
President Trump's tariffs announcement has reshaped the economy, especially in China and throughout Europe. However, economies all over the world are scrambling, but the president is standing on his word. Kieran Kifa has the full story on how he got to this moment.
The U.S. markets dropped right out of the gate on Thursday morning, as did markets in Asia and in Europe. President Trump's tariff announcement marked a seismic shift in the global trade dynamic, but the president said on social media the operation is over, the patient lived, and is healing. Trump administration officials out to defend the president's trade plan, which Trump said Wednesday stands up for the American worker by encouraging countries to manufacture products in the U.S. with American labor. Vice President J.D. Vance told Fox News.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Next week, these tariffs imposed by President Trump are being put into effect. The Americans are anxious to see what happens next.
How are President Trump's tariffs affecting farmers around the nation? We're going to send it over to reporter Grace Bradley to hear more.
Farmers are worried about their overall farm viability, but they're also worried about really getting food out to all of those who need it.
What's going on with the audio down there? Okay.
Thanks, Grace. More to follow on those tariffs when they continue.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.